attention, please. Thank you. We are going to be live streaming this event this evening. It is available to people at gorhammiddlehighschool.org. The gentleman in the back of the gym, directly under the painted husky, is Jeff Blair. Now, those of you people who are here today for Class Day know what a valuable man he is. And this event will also be on our website, again, gorhammiddlehighschool.org, for several weeks so that people can view it again and again if you really like it that much. This is the 125th commencement exercises at Gorham High School. It is the 84th time that people are going to be walking down those stairs to graduate and into the gym. This is a very tradition-rich graduation. We ask folks who have cell phones or pagers, if you are non-emergency personnel, to please either put them on vibrate or shut them off. And I also want to point out the exits that are in this room. There are exits at the top of the stairs in the permanent bleachers where the graduates are about to descend from. There are exits directly on this floor on the left and right of the bleachers. There are exits behind me, and there are exits over where the emergency personnel are, and again over here. There is also an AED, if we need it, up in the back, on the back wall, directly under the green sign up there. Ladies and gentlemen, will you please rise and welcome the class of 2013. We would ask the gentlemen in the audience to remove their hats, and Haley Bowie will now sing the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave? Oh, the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Former Gorham High School principal, teacher, and coach, Ernest Herman established the salutatorian and valedictorian plaques given annually at our commencement exercises. He left his trademark of selfless commitment on nearly everyone with whom he worked. Students who graduated under his tenure have most likely become better people because of his influence. It is with pride and the tradition of excellence symbolized by these plaques that this continues this evening. The recipients are the salutatorian Alyssa Carlisle, and our valedictorian Sam Jensen. Our salutatorian, Alyssa Carlisle, will now present A Journey Complete.
Good evening. First, I would like to start by saying thank you to all the parents, teachers, administration, and faculty of Gorm Middle High School for your infinite support and encouragement. Without you, we would not. Sitting on these bleachers over the years, attending this very same event, I realize I have only understood in varying degrees what it would feel like to stand on the stage graduating myself. I believe that dwindling our time here at Gorm Middle High School has been felt, at least in part, by each of my classmates as well. It is very difficult to sum up my experience at GHS or even the 18 years I have lived in the Gorm area. To describe to you even a fraction of what Gorm and the school means to me would be impossible. So instead, I hope to express this to you as best I can in a few personal observations and small lessons I wish to impart to my class and to you. Because who better to give you this advice than an 18-year-old on the verge of graduating high school in the height of their power, who knows virtually everything. My elders tell me I'll never be as certain of what I know as I am today. While anxiously trying to write this speech, I was sitting in the car driving to Durham to pick up my brother from college when a Carole King song came on the radio. As Miss King powerfully belted away, "Doesn't anybody stay in one place anymore?" it struck me that these words seemed to capture perfectly an emotion that had been growing stronger as each passing week drew us closer to graduation and, more importantly, to goodbye. It is hard to part with home, the small class of 2013, but all good things must come to an end, and change invariably comes, as much as sometimes we'd like to resist its destructive influence. Well, right now it feels as if a beautiful summer is closing to an end, and winter will eventually take out all the remnants of familiarity. Summer once always comes again. In answer to the song's imploring question, "Doesn't anybody stay in one place anymore?" No, because we can't, nor ultimately should we want to. As humans, we are subject to constant change, and over the years, my class has most definitely changed as well. But it is only now, as we step away from our familiar environment, that we will be able to see this change for ourselves. I am, as I am sure our audience is as well, very proud of the caring, bright, and unique individuals these graduates have become. Looking past the changes and new beginnings we will experience in the nearby future, the dark and very scary world of adulthood is an idea that I would like to impart with you in the hopes that you will consider it and its impact on your own lives. Just as the lyrics of a Carole King song fell into my life, so did my next point. In my bedroom is a bulletin board on which I have, over the years, hung photos, quotes, and random other objects from my life that I have found meaningful or in some other way important. As I have myself changed over the years, my values and beliefs have as well, and this is reflected on what I've chosen to portray of my life on this board. Some of these things that I pinned on my bulletin board stayed for a week, some a month, before they fell to the wayside. Some, however, crinkled and yellowed at the edges, have retained the same fresh importance time that remain. There is one scrap of paper that I have never touched, and printed across it is an Italian expression, l'arte d'arrangiarsi, which means the art of making something out of nothing. While this expression can be applied to life in simple situations, such as a chef's ability to turn a few simple ingredients into a delicious feast, it is much more than that. It is the ability to rise from the depths of a life that was seemingly fallen apart, or to bounce back from failure, throwing punches and ready for a new day. It is the ability to create art and bring things of beauty into a world for the happiness of others or just for oneself. It is the ability to think new and inspiring ideas, even if they are never heard. But above all, it is the ability to make someone else smile or laugh, especially when they didn't feel like doing so a moment before. This art, the art of making something out of nothing, can be witnessed each day. Throughout our time at GHS, my class has practiced it frequently. We are thinkers, dreamers, artists in each trade, survivors, and jokesters. It is through this ability that even the most ordinary life can be given meaning and happiness can be found. I hope that this is a quality that my class never loses, for I know it will bring them much success, however they define that. I believe it is this quality my class possesses that makes the truth of Carole King's song less painful. While a journey is complete and not everyone will get to stay in the same place anymore, we go our separate ways, but there is great promise in new beginnings. By following our own paths, our class will create new friends, new memories, and new stories, but will always remain Gorm's class of 2013. And so in closing, as Carole King sings in her closing line, and I would like to say to you, my classmates, it would be so fine to see your face at my door. Thank you.
Class of 13's valedictorian Sam Jensen will now deliver his speech, Skeletons.
First of all, I'd just like to thank everybody, teachers and parents and relatives, for coming out tonight. It really means a lot. We got a packed gym, so that means I can't mess up too much, so we'll start. You guys probably aren't going to remember what I have to say, but I'm sure you're definitely going to remember how long it takes for me to say it, so with that in mind, I'll be brief. In fact, I'm actually here to talk about an adventure I had in anatomy class. Parents, don't take that the wrong way. You see, one day I was rummaging through Mrs. Wade's cabinets, and if you know Mrs. Wade's classroom, you have to dig through about 10 sets of eyeballs and dead crickets and cow stomachs and other visually appealing objects to get what you really need. And unfortunately, sometimes what you need isn't in there, so you go through that stuff for no reason. So anyways, I couldn't find what I wanted, which was a skull to study with. So I went over to the other end of the room, to the very corner, and I saw, tucked away, almost completely out of sight, something that my friend Mr. Hamill will bring up to display. I don't know where Mr. Hamill is around here. Where is he? He's hiding. Oh, there he is. Let's bring it over. This is a skeleton, if you didn't know. You can see it's pretty beat up. It's in rough shape. The hand's on backwards, and it's kind of fun to wiggle it around. I didn't really pay it much mind, to be honest with you guys, until I realized I had to write a speech about something. So I'm sorry for the buzzkill. I had no special epiphany on the toilet like a lot of people do when they ponder life in the bathroom. I'm glad you guys laughed because I had an option for if you guys didn't laugh, so anyway, whatever. You also gained personal insight into my life. I just realized there's good symbolism for what I'm going to tell you. You see, in every science classroom, stuffed away in the back is one of these old skeletons that nobody pays attention to unless they name it Joe or something generic like that. And what I realize is that everybody has something that they kind of keep stored away, an event from their past, maybe a secret. And while your past may not be named Joe, I realize that we keep these things out of sight from everyone else. I feel like we try so hard to keep these things on the low because we want to save our reputations, or we're embarrassed, or we're just too afraid to bring it out into the open, and who wouldn't? With so many people around watching you, it's not too fun to be open. But I'm here to fix that. See, what I have here in these little slips are some anonymous confessions from students sitting in the chairs right behind you. They're anonymous, parents, so it's okay. I want you guys to watch as we put some of our skeletons on display. You might learn something about us that you didn't know. So, with that in mind, I'm going to start reading them. Read them like once through, so I don't remember them all. I confess that I never studied for any final. I'd really love to learn your ways. Either you are a genius or you took study halls for 4 years. I'd love to know. I confess that I always wear my hat when told not to. I confess that you're lying, or you weren't let out of the house very much. Stephen, Dylan, Doug, and Jessica, this is the only non-anonymous one, they allowed their names to be used, confess that we almost got arrested cutting down trees for prom decorating. I was there and Mr. Sear was hot on the trail. Texting was a must in high school. There was no stopping me. I know who wrote this, I'm going to withhold a comment there. I really looked forward to school, the social and the academic apart. Interesting. I don't have a comment for all of these because some of these are serious. Ooh, I am in love with one of my classmates. I hope it's me. If not, after this speech you will be anyway. I confess that up until a month ago, I could not stand most of my class, and now I wouldn't trade them for the world. That mud hole in the student parking lot, me and my friends went for a little joyride in my Jeep. As for the granite blocks in the student parking lot falling over, that was me too. Okay. And our last one. My class is the only thing that's kept me alive. Remember what I said about Mrs. Wade's poor skeleton Joe here? No one really pays it much mind. It's just a part of the scenery. I'm asking you guys to do the same with these confessions. These people were brave enough to let me, come up in front of all, 500. Are there even 500 people in this town? I'm not sure. All 500 of you to listen to me just come out into the open. And they were brave enough to tell you something that they probably kept hidden for a very long time. So now that you guys know these secrets, are you going to think different of us? I think the last slip says it all about this class. We're a great group of young people. But we're from a small town. And in small areas, it's easy to bring to light the secrets of others. And it's even easier to judge them or put them down for it. I just want to remind you that when you go off on your own, understand that everyone has their own skeleton. They all have something to hide, including yourself. That being said, before you base a judgment of somebody whose skeleton is being brought into the open, think for a minute and reserve it. On the other end of this, please remember that insecurity is really meaningless. When you enter a new environment and you guys are nervous about being outgoing or social or sticking up for yourself, remember the confessions we shared today. Hopefully, you'll feel better about striving toward your goals or shedding your insecurities. You know why nobody uses this skeleton is because it's from like 1980 something. It's ancient. Nobody touches it. Mrs. Wade has updated to smartboard digital skeleton technologies and whatever we use. But just like the past events in our lives, this guy's always going to be here. But you shouldn't always jump to a conclusion based on what someone's hiding in the corner, because most likely there's something more to their lives than just that corner to explore. Thank you.
She came to interview with us nearly 7 years ago. She was Chrissy Trevelli then, 21 years old, a Rutgers graduate from southern New Jersey. Her references said she was friendly, positive, caring, and loved working with kids. She also brought her mom with her to the interview. I suspect it was probably because she was afraid of our killer northern New Hampshire moose and black bears. Chrissy accepted our offer to be the new band director, and from day one, she developed a great rapport with students, faculty, and administration. 7 years later, Chrissy has a husband, James, a beautiful daughter, Lily, and has been paid the ultimate tribute by the class of 2013. They have asked her to deliver their commencement address. It is my pleasure to introduce our speaker, that kid from New Jersey, and an excellent choice by the class of 2013, Ms. Christina Noyce.
Thank you, Keith, for that kind introduction. When he told me he was going to introduce me, I didn't know if I should let him tell people that I was from New Jersey. I try to leave that behind me, but I want to thank Gorham High School class of 2013 for inviting me to speak today. I am very pleased to be here to join you in celebrating this wonderful occasion. First of all, congratulations. Nice job. I am so proud of all of you, and you should be very, very proud of yourselves for accomplishing this goal. I know you must all be excited to get your hands on your diplomas and run out into the big world, but I can say with some knowledge that some of your parents are not quite ready for that just yet. When I was asked to be the commencement speaker for graduation, I started to think about when I graduated from college and what the speaker said, but I could not remember because all I really focused on was that my father was snoring very loudly in the music auditorium and my mother had to keep waking him up. I was very thankful that we did not look alike, so no one knew that we were actually related. Speaking here to you is very meaningful to me. Just to refresh your memory, as Mr. Parent stated, we all started here in this building back in 2006. You were all my very first students that I ever had, and I remember that very first day of school as I sat in my room anxiously awaiting for your arrival to middle school band rehearsal. I was so nervous, I had no idea what to expect, but I was prepared to answer any music question that you may have had. One thing that stands out to me is that one of the seniors on stage here came up to me 7 years ago and asked me, "What grade are you in?" I believe actually that was Sam. I know I looked young, but I did not think I looked like I was 12. We were all the same height that year, and as years have gone by, they all have gotten taller, and the only way that I can now look eye to eye to them, especially with Luke Kinney or Ben Waddell, I have to stand on the second row or the second riser in the music room just to be eye to eye with them now. That first day and their faces have forever been etched in my memories. I have very fond memories of all of you here today. I cannot name them all, or name all the memories of all of you, because I feel quite sure you do not want me to speak that long tonight, but I know that I will never forget any of you. Your class has made a difference in my life, and I am eternally grateful to you all. All of these experiences we share will stay with me for my lifetime. You are truly an amazing group of seniors. However, one memory I am not sure I want to keep is of one of you, and you know who you are, who felt the need to release your bodily functions in my room on a daily basis. To that day, that smell is still lingering in the music room, and no amount of Febreze will get rid of it. I will not mention any names, Doug Blunden. After tonight, you will all be entering the next stage of your life, and this might feel a bit like you are experiencing a zombie apocalypse. It will be a brand new world for all of you. Each of you will be taking a different road in life. Some of you may be entering college or the workforce, joining the military, or moving out of your parents' house and into your own place. Some of you may be staying in your parents' house, but your role and responsibilities in the home will be changing. This all might feel overwhelming to think about, though. Things will change forever, and some of these changes you can anticipate, and some you cannot. I know that your parents will be sad and may not want to let go of this moment, but don't worry, this will last for about a month. Then they will look forward to seeing you taking your first steps on your own. If you are moving out of your home, do not be surprised if your bedroom is turned into a workout room that will probably never be used by your parents. I know mine was. I would like to recognize all of your parents at this time. They have all been working hard to make sure that you are awake and heading off to school on school days, even when we have 2 feet of snow on the ground. I know back in New Jersey, if we had one snowflake, the whole state closed down. So I was very surprised when we would have a foot of snow and I still had to walk across the street to come to work. They had to take you to all of your extracurricular activities and had to make sure that every August you had all of your school supplies ready for each new academic year. Your parents have done a great job in raising all of you and helping you succeed to be here tonight. They have shown you the way, leading you to become responsible adults by making choices. All of this time, it really is all about making choices. Being happy when you know you've made a good choice and learning how to navigate the times when you have made choices that were less than good. Every single one of your choices you have made has led you to being here today, and finding happiness is all about the choices we make on our journey through life, especially during times that feel like a zombie apocalypse. So here is my message to you. Life is all about choices, and the choices we make today affect us tomorrow. Here are some general tips that might be helpful to remember when making choices. First, you do not need to wash your jeans after every time you wear them. Realistically, you can wear your jeans for months in between washings. You will know it is time to wash them when you can smell them as you are wearing them. That is your choice. Second, now I have not tried this, but I was told from a few anonymous sources who currently still live in New Jersey They said this is okay to do. You can ideally get 4 days of use out of your underwear. Day 1, you would wear them normally. Day 2, you would wear them backwards. Day 3, you would then flip them inside out but wear them frontwards. And day 4, you would still wear them inside out but now backwards. Bet you didn't think I'd talk about your underwear, huh? Yeah. After day 4, you cannot go back and try to wear them again in any direction. That is just disgusting at that point. You will, however, have 3 options. You can A, throw them out and buy a new pair, B, soak them overnight in Febreze, or C, just take them home and have your parents wash them. Once again, I would like to remind all of you that I have not personally done that. That was someone who I knew. Third, if you have to think to yourself, should I post this picture to Facebook or Twitter? I can guarantee you that the answer is always going to be no. Back in my day, 12 years ago, when I graduated from high school, Facebook and Twitter were not around when I graduated, so it was not really a concern. However, it was when I graduated from college. When you post a picture onto a social media site, it will forever be out there floating around the internet for all to find and see. Even when you remove it from your Facebook page, it is still there and Facebook owns it. So therefore, before you make the choice to post pictures or not, you should think of your future bosses who might consider hiring you, your future partner who you may want to live with or marry, or your parents who will be creeping on your Facebook and Twitter pages just to see what you are up to. What you post is a choice that only you make, and keeping some things a mystery is a good thing. Those are some of the choices that you will encounter in life. Every choice you make today will affect you in the future and will take you somewhere either closer to your goal that you set for yourself in succeeding at what career you want to have and the person who you want to become, and somewhere else completely different. There will be easy paths for you, and there will also be difficult paths that you choose to travel. You may even find yourself on a path that you never expected in a million years, but no doubt, there will be obstacles ahead of you that you may think you cannot get through. But before you turn away from those obstacles, remember that obstacles is just another word for opportunities. Take them by choice and make them meaningful. Keep your minds open and give yourself a chance. Remember to work hard, aim big, build yourself a tree fort in case if we do have a zombie apocalypse, and my students know what I'm talking about. And always strive for success. You will get to where you want to be in time. I would like to end this speech to say that this has been an amazing journey watching all of you grow into young adults, and I'm so thankful that I had this opportunity. Congratulations, class of 2013. The world awaits you.
And now for the presentation of awards and honors scholarships. The first presenter is going to be presenting the Joseph Small Arts Prize. She's no stranger to this podium, Chrissy Noyce.
Well, hello again. Thanks, Doug. Okay. Joe Small graduated from Gorm High School in 1975. Joe was a very involved member of the drama club while in school and realized his dream of performing on the stage. Because of his love of the arts, Joe established this prize in 1990 to acknowledge students who have a passion for the arts and has displayed proven commitment and dedication to his or her artistic field throughout their high school career. This year's $1,000 prize is awarded to a senior who displays this passion and will no doubt continue performing throughout his or her lifetime. Haley Bowie.
Thank you, Chrissy. Randy Labnan will now present the Northway Bank Scholarship.
my nephew up there. All right, Brett. Northway Bank Scholarship for Excellence is celebrating its 35th anniversary this year. The scholarship was first presented to a senior at Berlin High in 1979. Since that first award was granted, the scholarship has extended to other high schools in our northern market areas, and over these 35 years, our bank has been proud to award over $630,000 to 126 hardworking and community-minded students who have successfully met the 3 selection criteria laid down by the bank: academic excellence, personal character, and qualities of leadership. On behalf of the directors, management, and staff of Northway Bank, I'm pleased to be with you and to offer our congratulations to all the graduating seniors and to express our thanks to the parents, administrators, teachers, coaches, counselors, and mentors who've helped prepare this gang back here for life after high school. The recipient of Northway Bank Scholarship for Excellence was selected by the school administration using the criteria provided by the bank, and has a total of 4 years of $4,000, with the recipient receiving $1,000 in each of his or her college years, as long as good academic standing is maintained. On behalf of the Board of Directors of the bank, it's an honor for me to present the 2013 Northway Bank Scholarship for Excellence to Alyssa Carlisle.
Lucy Ramsey will now present the Northeast Credit Union scholarships.
Good evening. On behalf of Northeast Credit Union, I'd like to congratulate the class of 2013. As a credit union, Northeast Credit Union lives by the creed, people helping people. It is with that spirit that Northeast Credit Union Scholarship Program was developed. The Northeast Scholarship is presented to a student who is a member of the credit union and who has dedicated themselves to the academic studies and pursuing higher education. On behalf of the credit union president, Peter Kavalakis, and the board of directors, I am truly honored to present the following students with the 2013 Northeast Credit Union scholarships. A $1,500 scholarship to Jessica Stewart. A $500 scholarship to Haley Bowie. I'm also pleased to present the Roger G. Marwa Memorial Scholarship this evening. This scholarship was granted in honor of Roger, who served on the chairman of the board for the Woodlands Credit Union and left a legacy of tireless community service. This memorial scholarship is awarded to a student who is a member of the credit union and demonstrates excellent academics in leadership, volunteerism, and community involvement, just as Roger Marwa did. On behalf of the credit union president, Peter Kavalakis, and the board of directors, I am truly honored to present a $2,000 Roger Marwa Memorial Scholarship to Samuel Jensen. Thank you.
A valedictorian just fell through the stage. I didn't set that up. The Androscoggin Valley Miriam Gaynor Scholarship and the Knights of Columbus Scholarships will be presented by James Patry.
On behalf of AVH, I'd like to congratulate the entire class of 2013. AVH obviously held a special place in Marian Gaynor's heart. When she passed away in 1984, she bequeathed part of her estate to the hospital, a gift that was valued at more than $1 million. Because of her enthusiasm for education, the hospital board of directors decided that income earned on her bequest would be used to fund education in selected healthcare careers. The board felt that the scholarship program would be an appropriate way to honor Ms. Gaynor and assure the availability of selected healthcare professionals at AVH and in the community. On behalf of Androscoggin Valley Hospital, I am pleased to announce the recipient of the Marian Gaynor Scholarship Award in the amount of $3,000 to Ryan Mayers. This next scholarship is very special to me because not only am I a member of the Knights of Columbus, but I was fortunate 22 years ago to be a recipient of this scholarship. Doesn't seem possible, does it, Jen? 22 years? We have 2 scholarships this evening. The first to Megan Beals. And the second to Luke Kinney.
Alexis Marcoux will now present the Marian Carsoli Hennessy scholarships.
The Marian Carsoli Hennessy Scholarship is in honor of Marian Hennessy, who was once the advisor of the National Junior Honor Society. She was a reading teacher and absolutely loved children. She was always seen with a smile upon her face and treated every child fairly and with compassion. The Marian Carsoli Hennessy Scholarship is presented to those who display integrity, honesty, loyalty, citizenship, and serve as a role model to others. This year, the scholarship is presented to a student who has exemplified those qualities. This student has also been a member of the National Honor Society. I am pleased to present this scholarship to Alyssa Carlisle.
The Fitzgerald Scholarship will be presented by Dennis Fitzgerald.
Good evening. It's my pleasure to present the 2013 Fitzgerald Scholarship in the amount of $5,000 to Megan Russo.
Thank you, Dennis. Carol Gagnon will now present the Randolph Foundation Scholarships.
Since 1963, the Randolph Foundation has awarded educational scholarships each semester to eligible Randolph residents to pursue their studies at the post-secondary level. This year, Randolph has 2 graduating seniors and only one who is a member of tonight's graduating class here at Gorham High School. So on behalf of the Randolph Foundation, I'm very pleased to present this year's $650 book scholarship to Dylan Lowe.
Thank you, Carol. The Lucy Edwards Memorial Scholarship will be presented by Dana Horn.
On behalf of the family of Lucy Edwards, I'd like to say congratulations to the class of 2013. Lucy was an amazing woman, and when we tragically lost her, the family decided, she raised 6 daughters on her own, and the family decided that this would be a good way for her to stay in everybody's memory. And it's a self-funded scholarship, and I'd like to make this year's presentation to Alyssa Carlisle.
The Fred's Fishing Fund Scholarship will be presented by Phyllis Kukuru.
Fred's Fishing Fund Scholarship is given in loving memory of my late husband, Fred Otto, of Randolph, New Hampshire, and Littleton, Massachusetts. Fred learned to fish at an early age and continued to learn throughout his life. He never expected to catch fish. He instinctively knew it was fishing, not catching. He just loved being outdoors and the challenge of the perfect cast. I can't do that. Now listen up, graduates, here's my lecture. Fred wasn't only a fisherman. His dedication to hard work carried him throughout his daily life, whether at home or at work, where he rose to every challenge he ever faced. He completed every task he ever set out to do as perfectly as possible. Whether fishing or working, Fred took his time to think about what he was doing and what was the best solution to whatever problem he faced. That's the end of my lecture. This year's winning essay was selected first by every member of the selection committee. It wasn't about catching fish, but about the solitude and peace fishing offers as a way to find the solution to whatever problem is vexing you. The writer of that essay is Kayla DeLille.
The Plum Creek Community Scholarships will be presented by Dale Covey.
Good evening. The Plum Creek Scholarships, which are valued at $1,000 each, have been offered in Plum Creek's operating states since 2007. These awards recognize students who have excelled in areas of academics, school and community activities, and overall achievement in their high school careers. This year, on behalf of Plum Creek and our employees in New Hampshire, Maine, and Vermont, it's my pleasure to present the scholarship to Alyssa Carlisle.
The Paul LaCroix Memorial Scholarship will be presented by Ron Feeney.
Not sure if these graduates remember me, but I remember them, as this was one of my last 6th grade classes that I had the honor to teach here in this school. And I'm going to tell you a little secret. This class is one of the classes I really had to hesitate whether I was going to retire or not. I don't remember their names, every one of them, but I do remember them as individuals, and that's what's important, and I'm very happy to be celebrating this with them. Paul LaCroix is my best friend. Now, you may think this sounds a little different if you know that Paul is no longer living, but he is still very, very much with us. I and many of his students, friends, and family will always remember the kindness, the guidance, the love that he shared with us. He is living in us as we have changed by the influence that he has made in our lives. Tonight, he will continue his influence by helping a young person achieve their goals. Tonight, he will continue his influence, and the good part about it is the recipient has so many of the same goals that Paul had, and one of them was his passion for science. Paul is now going to share his love for science with another who will also be influenced by Mr. LaCroix. I heard many great things about this young man who loves science, and I know Mr. LaCroix is very proud of him tonight as I present the scholarship to Ryan Mayer. Thank you.
How many of you people had Mr. Feeney in school? Raise your hands. Take a look, Feen. Kay Gruel will now present the North Country Board of Realtors Scholarship.
Congratulations to all the graduates and their families. On behalf of the North Country Board of Realtors, I'm pleased to present a $250 scholarship to Jessica Stewart.
Glenn Tassi will now present the Berlin Kiwanis Club scholarships.
Congratulations to the class of 2013, to their families who helped them get through this, and thank you so much to the teachers and staff at this fine school. I'm here on behalf of the Kiwanis Club, and we're going to give away 3 book scholarships. Kiwanis, the motto is Young Children Priority 1, and our own club here in town has been doing this now for 86 years. And every year, we run out of money way before we run out of good candidates, so I only have 3, and I wish I had 100. The first winner, I need glasses, $400 book scholarship to Mr. Jensen. Absolutely. The next recipient, $300, Miss Carlisle. And lastly, $300 book scholarship for Mr. Mayers.
Kathleen Longnecker will now present the Harry Corrigan Memorial Scholarship and Dollars for Scholars.
It's funny, I had to check the pronunciation of a person's name, and everybody laughs at my last name. So. How do you pronounce that? My dad, Harry Corrigan, was a community organizer back when that meant organizing the neighborhood kids for a game of touch football in the field in back of our house in Shelburne. He helped organize the first Little League baseball and basketball teams in Gorham. In 1963, he heard of a scholarship program to help graduating seniors further their educations through the generosity of caring townspeople. That program was Dollars for Scholars, and Dad wanted to organize a chapter in Gorham, so he did. I was pleased when a teacher told me last week that this year's Harry Corrigan Memorial Scholarship recipient was a good student and athlete. This teacher also told me that the recipient had to be told sometimes to slow down and relax a bit, instead of always feeling she had to be a part of every endeavor. I thought, wow, now there's a girl after Dad's own heart. So my family is very pleased to present the 2013 Harry Corrigan Memorial Scholarship to Cassandra Pulan. For the last 50 years, through good and bad economies, the people of Gorham, Randolph, and Shelburne have given generously to the senior classes' door-to-door efforts every spring. I think the residents see the Dollars for Scholars program as a personal way to give back to the towns for the good educations they received and to pass on that legacy to the graduating seniors. Because of the generosity of the townspeople and the hard work of the class of 2013, 22 Dollars for Scholars scholarships will be awarded tonight. The first one, Megan Beals. Douglas Blunden. Todd Bouchard. Haley Bowie. Alyssa Carlisle. Amanda Christopher. Danielle Corrigan. Maggie Courier. Kayla DeLille. Natalie Druin. Haley Holmes. Samuel Jensen. Luke Kitty. Kyle LaChance. Hunter Lambertson. Dylan Lowe. Ryan Mayers. Cassandra Pulan. Megan Russo. Jessica Stewart. Stephen St. Germain. And Rachel Van Sant. Congratulations, class of 2013. Good work.
The New Hampshire School Boards Association Scholarship. The mission of the New Hampshire School Boards Association is to promote excellence in public education for all New Hampshire children. To that end, they have established a scholarship fund for sons and daughters of active school board members. I'm very proud to present this $1,000 scholarship to Jessica Stewart. The Guardian Angel Credit Union Scholarship. On behalf of the members and the Board of Directors of the Guardian Angel Credit Union, it is my pleasure to present this $500 book scholarship to Stephen St. Germain. The Gorm Alumni Association Scholarship. The Alumni Association has supported our graduating seniors for many years by providing scholarships to a son or daughter of a GHS alumnus. This is the awards that Jean Larry used to give when she was with us. It is my honor to present these two $500 scholarships on behalf of the Alumni Association to Haley Holmes, and to Sam Jensen. The Reginald Courier Memorial Scholarship. Established by the Courier family, the Reginald Courier Memorial Scholarship is presented annually to a deserving graduate of Gorham High School. This year holds a special meaning, as it's my pleasure to award this year's scholarship to Reggie's granddaughter, Maggie Courier. The Denman Bartlett White Scholarship. The biannual scholarship is presented to a graduate pursuing their college degree in history, government, ecology, or a related major. This year's recipient will be majoring in justices studies and sociology, Cassandra Pulan. At their 50th class reunion, the class of 1939 established this scholarship to be awarded to a worthy graduate. I am pleased to award this scholarship to Natalie Druin. Rob Hamill will now present the Danny Lejean Memorial Scholarship.
It's an honor for me to present the Danny Lejean Scholarship. This scholarship is offered each year in Danny's memory to the Gorham High School senior who best exhibits the same qualities as Danny: honesty, integrity, kindness, compassion, and morals. It's a scholarship about being a whole person, about a person who the scholarship committee sees as the most likely to move on and leave behind a footprint, a kind and respectful and lasting one, just like Danny. I am very pleased and proud this year's scholarship is awarded to Stephen St. Germain.
We had 107 trips to the podium for scholarships today. I would like to take this opportunity to thank our donors and the presenters. Over the last 6 years, you've given our students in excess of $300,000. Thank you. I would like at this time to ask Mike Waddell and Jeff Stewart to join me on stage for the presentation of diplomas. Okay, here's the drill. I recognize we have some vegetation here, okay? The camera people that are taking pictures of our graduates receiving their diplomas are going to be right over in the corners, all right? Anything over in here, if you wish to take pictures, feel free to come toward the stage and take your pictures, all right? And then as you go back, kind of go back and go around, if you would. Everybody got that? Okay, here we go. You guys ready? Samuel N. Jensen. Okay.
I hate to tell you this, boss, but I think.
You have Sam.
I do.
All right.
All right. We're going across. Or we switch it.
And things were running so well. I was a social studies guy, I apologize. All right, we ready, Sam?
Yeah.
All right, let's start again.
Okay.
All right. Why is everything happening to you? Samuel N. Jensen. Alyssa Molly Carlisle. Kyle W. Ballone. Megan Elizabeth Beals. Haley Ann Bowie. Natalie Linda Druin. Haley Elaine Holmes. Ryan Patrick Mayers. Mark Joseph McGillicuddy. Cassandra Sue Pulan. Megan Marie Russo. Stephen M. St. Germain. You all set? All right. Jessica Nicole Stewart. Douglas Abram Blunden. No, I know. I got that. Shelby A. Bijay. Todd Roland Paul Bouchard. Amanda J. Christopher. Danielle Ann Corrigan. Zachary Lee Couture. Maggie Sue Courier. Kayla May DeLille. Owen J. Doobie. Aaron T. Hillsgrove. Jeremy J. Holmes. Luke Robert Kinney. Brett S. Labman. Kyle J. LaChance. That's it. That's it. Benjamin H. Waddell. Rachel L. Van Sant. David R. Tibbetts. Dylan C. Lowe. Hunter W. Lambertson. Austin Tyler Webb. Smile. Thanks, Jeff. Now remember, wait for the high sign before you toss your cap. Okay? All right. By the power vested in me by the state of New Hampshire and the Gorham, Randolph, and Shelburne Cooperative School Board, I pronounce you graduates of Gorham High School. Ladies and gentlemen, our newest alumni, the class of 2013. Oh, absolutely. I'll watch it for you. Ms. Travelli, are you ready? Let's go. very much. Well, that's okay. I thought we had it right. I did.
Next year, I'm coming to practice every day.
Wanted to say hello. How you doing, honey?
I know, you did. Yeah, Chrissy's still playing. She's going to play till morning, I think. Ladies and gentlemen, the receiving line of seniors is in our cafeteria. You want to go out through the back and to the left, and you'll see the cafeteria. Thank you.
Amen.